So in the previous video, we talked about one big improvement that we can add to a guitar modeling instrument such as AAS drum or GS2. And we did that using Revolver 4 by PV Electronics. If you want to access this kind of effects, you can visit the previous video. I put there a short instruction on how to get access to this kind of effects for free. Now, in this video, we are going to make more improvement to this setup by adding more adjustments to make the GS2 sound more um, realistic. I will introduce a couple of VSTs I'm using, but take note that for most of these VSTs are not free. But I'm hoping that this will still give you options of what these effects can do for your future projects, not only limited to what I'm going to share with you here. So again, on your screen, you can see I just have this playing only the instrument part. I have the effects all turned off. So you can do that, by the way, by going or click the effects button. Just make sure that all of the buttons here are turned off. If it's on, then it should be that on label will be highlighted green. So I'll just have it turned off. So I have here just a short MIDI clip just to demonstrate the adjustments that we're going to make. So let me just play that real quick. Okay, so you can see again, for this particular instrument, its direct sounds more, I would say plasticky, or sounds like a small guitar toy. Okay, now what we're going to do first, as we did in the previous video, is we created a profile. So we will start first with Revolver 4. So again, to do that, we will just have to loop this clip while we create a profile. Okay, so the Revolver 4 is ready now to capture the sound from GS2. So let's have it play. All right, so we already captured a profile. Now we're just going to select a one clone profile from the Revolver 4. This is going to be our target sound. So we have a couple of acoustic profiles or clone profiles here. So again, I will just choose from the auditorium. I found this one more, I would say, like easy to use. So I'll just choose one. I'll just use this soft strumming profile. So and it should be working now. All right, so you can immediately hear there is a big difference um, with the sound. And again, we can use this effect blend to balance between the wet and the dry sound. Okay, so I will just have it maybe starting from the 50%. So that's a 50% direct sound and a 50% wet sound. So let's play it again. Okay, I won't get too much adjustment on that one. This is anyways just for a demonstration. So I will move on now to the next effect. Okay, we have a couple of steps here. So the next effects will be the mic mode. And this is from Antares. So the mic mode, by the way, is like their modeler for different types of microphones. This is just two setup of microphone, the original microphone, and then your target microphone. There's no really particular or the most ideal setup that I have found to use. So no particular kind of microphone that I'm going to model. So let's play it again. What it's actually doing is that we are making a like a virtual distance of the microphone from the guitar body. So if, as you can see here, if I'm going to increase the numbers here, you will hear that the microphone seems like stepping away from the instrument. So let me demonstrate that. And you also have here like a low cut filter. Okay. So for this one, for the other part, the right side of these effects, this knob goes or does the opposite direction. So increasing the numbers on this knob makes the microphone sounds like moving closer, to the instrument. So as you can hear, it's much closer. So it really depends on what you would or what sound you are aiming for, depending on the music that you're creating. So I would say if you are more into like an acoustic guitar only, together with uh, layered with another solo instrument, maybe like a violin or a person singing, I think having the microphone sounds like closer to the guitar is much better. But I will just set it up here more on ideal for a band, so it's not too bassy, so that it will not compete too much with your bass guitar or another bass instrument. And then we have here the saturation, a tube saturation. So I'll just set it up basing on how I think it sounds good in my ear for now. So just to compare, I'll have it turned on and off. Now let me move on to the next effects that I'm going to use. This one, if you're using Reaper, this is free. This is part of their JS plugin. So this one is the MDA pseudo stereo. So what's actually it's doing, it will just widen your mono sound. So I'll demonstrate that real quick. So you can already hear that the sound already widened. All right, the second one is from Sonyball. And so what's this plugin is doing, it's like a filter between a musical sounding like the note versus the percussive sound of the instruments. So if you're going to move this knob clockwise, it's more favoring those noises, those string sounds. So let me just demonstrate that. So as you can hear, you can hear the attack rather than the tail of the sound, which is the fundamental of the notes that's being played. If I'm going to turn it clockwise, it cuts off the attack part or the pluck sound and then just playing the tail. The good thing about this one is that we are not limited by like using the whole spectrum. You can also select specific kind of frequency band here. Okay, so the next one is, I'm not sure if this plugin is still available. This is the Virtual Soundstage 2. This is actually a some kind of a like a reverb, making things further or closer. Although we already have that one done here in the microphone. So the mic mode is only like the relationship of the microphone to the instrument. This one is more focused to its environment. So you can actually select a specific room you would like to put your instrument. So for example, here I have a studio. So let me just play that real quick. I'll just have it turn it on and off just for you to understand the concept of what this effect is doing. Okay, so you can already hear that it makes it feel like it's inside a room or something. You can then make the instrument draw closer to the microphone or to the listener or further. Okay, so there are a lot of controls on this one. The directivity, you can adjust the width of its stereo. So moving on to the next effects that I'm going to use, which is the new version of a Smart Reverb. They have here Smart Reverb 2. I will just demonstrate Smart Reverb 2 while having the virtual soundstage 2 turned off. So if this is your first time to see these effects, this is a smart reverb wherein you need to profile a specific sound and determine what kind of sound source is that. For in this example, it's a guitar acoustic sound. So I set it up to a guitar acoustic sound. And in the new version, they have this like a new setup wherein you can adjust the level of the sound. Instead of having it like a dry to wet, it make a new setup, uh, changing that to front to back. Or you can also use this knob here. And then the size of, you can select what room you would like to put that instrument to. Oops. All right. On my setup, I'll only use either one of the two. So for now, I'll just have it set up to the one that I always use, which is the virtual sound stage 2. And then the last two is more on the common setup. This is not very new to the process. It's using a compressor, but I have here an AI compressor and an AI equalizer. If you are more comfortable using just the built-in compressor of the Reaper or the built-in equalizer or other plugin, then you'll just do fine. But just to make this process or video faster, I'll just use this AI effects. So I'll play it again, create a profile. So when I'm using these effects, I would just try to determine what kind of tone am I aiming for. Although this is a compressor, but I found out that if you're going to use the soft, it's warmer. And then from soft, neutral to hard, the sounds get brighter. You can hear more of those percussive sounds from the string or from the pick. So here's the soft sound. It's much warmer compared to the hard. So I'll just choose the one in between, which is the neutral. For these effects, we have the auto gain setup. So there's no difference in the volume, having it turned on and off. That's what I love about this compressor. Also the same with the fast equalizer. So I'll have it turn on and off. Or here, the bypass. And then lastly is an equalizer. Now that really depends on you on which one you would like to use first. Is it compressor then equalizer or equalizer first before compressor? I will discuss that in the future video, why I use one setup versus the other. So here's the equalizer. I'll have a I'll have it the first create a profile for the sound it's listening to. Okay, so that is just a very quick on how I improve a guitar modular instrument from its direct sound to a much a realistic, more space, more body to the sound of the instrument rather than a direct sound from the string. So what we are going to do next is I'm just going to turn it on and off for those effects starting from the revolver so that you can see the night and day, having all of those effects turned on and having them all turned off. All right, so that's all for now. I'm hoping that this video really helped you, especially if you're a user of Strum GS2. Again, I love using GS2 because it's very easy to use it, especially in the rhythm section. Doing this really gives you that option on how you can improve the sound using this instrument. So that's all for now. See you in the next video.